Good day. Today's video, I have to work on the corner of the layout where the mountain's going to go and the coal mine. I have to make some kind of form. I'm going to use wood, so I'll be able to make some kind of face of a mountain and start the process of the diorama for the coal mine. So that'll be what I'm going to concentrate on at this time. So with that, let's get to it. All right, one of the things I got to do before I start doing any kind of landscaping, over here, this section, I got to support the where the mountain face is going to be, and I got to support this this foam board that it's only 1/2 inch and it just flexes, so I got to do something with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to glue it underneath, and then I'm going to take these two poles, I'm going to take these two dowels and set them down underneath it, so it'll be like this but underneath, and then support this. And then here I got to do something so I can have something to either put the sculpting mold or plaster Paris or whatever I'm going to put here for the face of the mountain. So I put these 1, 2, 3 more supports in, and then I'm going to take these, I'm going to stick them in between, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue along here, and I put these on, I'll glue them along here, that'll help sturdy it. And once they're all done, I am going to then take this on the inside, and I blocked everything like that, and then so this will be glued on here, and then this big piece will be glued to this and to this, and hopefully that is going to support it. So let me put these other ones on here to show you what my game plan is here. So hold on. So this was basically what's going to be something like. Now I'm going to, them boards in the back, I'm going to scribe them to make it like a mountain, you know, going up. And then they could be that high, all that high. And hopefully then I'll just try to put some kind of a mountain face on there. That's the game plan right now. So I got to get that all secure, because whatever I put on there is going to have some weight on it. I don't want to just bend it and crush it down on that 1/2 inch foam board. So I got to get that all prepped before I can really start landscaping. And then I'll start working on that coal mine as far as doing the diorama. I'm going to make a template up for the base and so forth. So that'll be something we'll be doing next after I get this all this board and stuff glued on and secure. So I'll be back. Now I got all the plywood up there all glued and screwed in. You can see the screws sticking out. I screwed them from the back side. I'm going to leave a lot of them screws in there. This way it'll give you something to put the sculpting mold or whatever I'm going to put on there, help hold it. I don't know if I'm going to make some rock forms out of plaster Paris. If I do, I can move the screws around, whatever I have to do. So I'm going to let that dry up, and while that's drying, I think I'm going to work on getting a template made in the base for the coal mine diorama up there in that corner. I'll show you that as I get going on it. All right, so I took a piece of rolled paper, put it here and scribed it, and cut myself a template. This is basically going to be the base plate for the diorama for the coal mine. So I'm trying to work everything on here. I'm going to be able to have a base and work it on the workbench. So I got that cut out, and then what I did is I traced it on. I used this before on my HO scale. It's called illustration board for what means it's basically like a canvas, but it's not rolled canvas. It's like a thick board. The thickness of it is just a slight hair thinner than the row bed. So when you put the row bed up on it, it's like you can't tell. So that is going to sit in here. Then I'll be able to make most all the diorama, everything on the workbench, like I said. Then I can set it in here. Then I can glue it down and then just blend everything in. I'm going to put the set the track. I'll have them all glued on here. So when I set it down, all I'm going to do is slide the joiners, and everything should work. That's the game plan, anyhow. So, like I said, I used it before in the HO layout. I did it for the one city block, and this was the base, and I actually carved out the sidewalk and everything with it. Worked out well. I was happy with it. Like I said, it's pretty sturdy, so it should be okay. Once I have the track glued and everything on there, that's also going to help sturdy it up. So that's where it is. So now I'll be able to start working on the diorama. Once I once I know where the building's going to go, and I mark the track out, then I'll start working on it. So that'll be probably the next project on this here. Get this started, and then I got to make up my mind what I'm going to do with this mountain face. I'm not thrilled about having a mountain face. I would rather have a mountain, but it just didn't work out. So I just got to wrap my head around what I'm going to do with this to somewhat make me happy, but it's going to be what it's going to be. So that's where we're at for so far. All right, so I got the track set in there, pinned and marked. And I got the building where I want to position it. I think I'll be happy with that. So now I can take that all up, and I can start working on diorama, get the track glued down, do whatever groundwork I want to do, get the building set in. I got the stairways and so forth I got to put on. I got to finish up the truck box there. I got to weather that and all that stuff yet. So we're coming along. Things are starting to shape up. All right, so it's my base for the diorama for the coal mine, and I know you probably can't see it, but when I set the track, I had this over on the platform, and I hooked the track up to the switches there. I marked where they went. I put holes in the board here, and I set the coal mine in here. Made sure I got everything straight, and the track inside there. Well, I had it here. I marked it where it was going to be, and then I taped that off and painted the blacks. So that's the floor, so you won't be able to see the white when it's all said and done. So what I'm going to do now is I got a brown that I use for a base. I paint, everything gets painted to brown. First thing I do, and then we do the ground cover, whatever we're going to do. So I'm going to paint that and then let it dry, and then I'll put the track on and glue them down, let that sit, and then go from there. Put the building on and start coming up with some ideas what we're going to do with this here. Start detailing it out. So All right, here I got this the base of the diorama. I put the cover brown on. Everything gets painted just brown. It's except for the rock, but anything is going to be the ground. I just put this so you don't see white, purple, pink, or green foam, whatever. So I have to go. I'm out of. I got to go get a can of spray can of the camouflage dark brown that I painted the track on the layout because I use it up. So I'll spray all this and clean the track, and then I can put the ballast down, glue the building on the coal mine, put the wires through. You can see I got a little hole right here. Put the wires through. I got some ideas. I think I'm going to try to have, which you can't see here, but I'm going to have, there's going to be, where this goes, there's another building for the truckload where trucks get back underneath and get coal and, to take it, deliver it. So I want to have a road like going out here, I think, and I might turn it across. That's why I didn't cut this track, any of this track yet. My idea is I want to have the road come this way. I'll cut these track here and have the road come across and then have to cross over one of the tracks. And my idea right now, that doesn't mean that's going to happen once I start doing some landscaping. But I can start, doing some of that road, parking lot on the other side, put a couple bushes, do some of the stuff, but I can't do it all. I won't do it all until I get it on. I may not even, when I do get people, I might wait to do that. So, but it's starting to come along. So we're getting there. All right, I think that's going to do it for today's video. So the next thing I have to do is decide how I'm going to make the face of the mountain. I think I'm going to take some of my rock molds that I have and make some molds and start with that. We'll do something of that nature. So please, if you could, subscribe. Really would appreciate it, and hit the like button. I also want to thank the viewers that have given some comments. I really appreciate that. I really enjoy. That's one of the main things of doing this channel, is for the interaction with other monorailers. So from that, till the next time we meet.